This is one of those tasks that does not look like much until you keep doing it by hand. Here I'm running the export through Solidise instead, so I'm not opening files one by one and exporting them manually. It significantly simplifies the workflow and reduces the amount of manual effort involved. The real benefit is simple. It saves valuable time whenever multiple file exports are needed. You can follow the progress as the automation runs and see what finishes successfully. If this kind of export work is part of your day, let me show you the full process. Starting from the Solidise website, I'll jump into the workspace. That is where the actual work happens, browsing and searching files, exporting bills of materials to Excel, setting up automations, and running exports. The table here is the File Explorer, where you can browse the setup folder for SOLIDWORKS files, just like you would in Windows Explorer. On the left side, you can see the part thumbnails for quick part finding visually. When you select a file, Solidise displays both the SOLIDWORKS generated part properties and any custom properties defined for that part. You can also open the file directly in Windows File Explorer. The Part Properties window also includes two quick access options, Bill of Materials and Where Used, allowing you to jump directly to the relevant tables for that file. Open a larger preview to see the part or assembly more clearly. File Explorer rows can be expanded to display all configurations contained within that file. This assembly contains three configurations: default, -25, and 100. This is the Bill of Materials table, where the contents of the selected assembly are listed in a clear and structured way. This table view also has the Where Used tab, but I will explain this later. The Bill of Materials makes it easy to review the included parts and subassemblies, and gather the information needed for documentation or export. Each column width can be adjusted, and the table can be filtered using keywords. Some columns, such as sheet metal and drawings, use visual icons to make the file attributes easier to recognize, and these columns can also be filtered. Each table can be quickly customized with the columns you need. These columns are populated using custom properties from SOLIDWORKS parts and assemblies. Some properties are calculated directly from SOLIDWORKS and are always available in the column picker, such as density, weight, and volume. Let me show you how the filtering works. Simply enter a keyword, and the table view updates immediately, filtering results throughout the structure down to the lowest subassembly level. This is available across all text and numeric columns in all visible tables. The sheet metal and drawing filter buttons make it easy to quickly filter for sheet metal files and files that have an associated drawing. This is the Where Used table, which shows where the selected file appears in other assemblies. It gives a quick view of file dependencies and helps you understand how that part is connected across the wider project. For example, here we can see that the A-axis cover is used in one assembly across all three configurations. The same applies to the remaining components, as they are all used within the same assembly. An exception is the induction sensor parts, which are shown as being used within the induction sensor assembly. As mentioned earlier, the Part Properties panel includes two buttons, Bill of Materials and Where Used. These let you quickly jump to the selected assembly's bill of materials or see where the selected part is used. They are especially helpful when working through the bill of materials or Where Used tables and want to move between related files more efficiently. Files for automation can be selected using the checkboxes available in any of the tables. Selection can be made with a single click by clicking and dragging, or by using Shift+Click to select multiple files at once. You can also view the selected parts in a separate table view, making it easy to review and verify everything before proceeding. Sending parts to automation automatically opens the automation table view, where you can choose the required file formats. Additional export formats and the output folder location can be configured in the Settings menu. This is also where the programmable output naming is defined, with support for using part properties to create conditional naming rules as needed. The export snapshot provides a clear statistical overview, including file type counts, the total number of exportable files, the number of selected export formats, and other key export details. Once you have selected the file types to export, the Start Automation button handles the SOLIDWORKS export process automatically. For demonstration purposes, this shows how successful and unsuccessful exports are displayed. It makes it easy to spot any issues immediately and identify files that were not exported. Once the issue has been corrected, the failed exports can be retried. Solidise Workspace also includes two color modes, light mode and dark mode. For this video, dark mode has been enabled. Files can be exported either to a single folder or into separate folders for each part. For this video, the single folder option has been selected. That is the Solidise workflow from start to finish. If this looks relevant to the way you work, feel free to reach out by email with any questions. We also offer a free trial if you would like to explore Solidise for yourself.